Assalamu alaikum students. Let's start from the first topic of the video number 1 attached with that, and this topic is related with the business organization. So business organization as concerned, this is our first topic of FAB, and the topic related with that you see, first of all we would like to introduce you with the business organization. You see, business organization in our everyday life, we discuss the term of organization in a very common and simple pattern that its meanings are somewhere very much lost or somewhere become vague and scattered. Anything which is worked in good way, we called it organization, and similarly if things are done in a good way, we called it a better organized. But if you see in your everyday life, the term organization is used in the sense of the collection of people working together to achieve their combined aims. So in this sense, you see a number of different organization in our daily life. Likewise, you see clubs, schools, companies, charities, hospitals, a lot of organization we see in our everyday life. As for concerned with the Bajanan and the Sahanovsky, they said that the organization is a social arrangement. Social arrangement means that it is a collection of people who are working together, and they are important, they are working together, and people means social collection means individual, human individual working together. Because they are working together in this way, they can control their performance, means they have set some standard for them. So each of one can do and perform their well according to the requirement, according to some yardstick. So organization is a social collection of people who can control their performance for the sake of achieving their collective goals. So there are three things. First of thing is that is a collection of people. Second one, they have some sort of way or some sort of yardstick of some sort of you can say the measurement by which they can assess they are achieving their performance, or they are improving their performance or not. And third term is a collective goals, means they are having some sort of joint aims. So as for concern the collective goals, every organization have some sort of collective goals. If they don't have the goals, it cannot become an organization. It's a essential condition for every organization, every business organization, that they must have some sort of goals. Not only the business organization, every organization required to be organization, they must have some goals. Like for example, a college has to educate the students, create some best sort of standard of studies, and if it is a car manufacturer, they want to be the leading car seller in the market, and this sort of collective goals they can set in front of the organization and the people working inside the organization. The second one is the people, means organization is a collection of people, means a social arrangement. It is always the man who is very important, a collection of men who are having skills and who are having knowledge and expertise of working. So organization is a collection of people, arrangement of people in which people are working together, working in an arrangement way of the arranging them and performing their work so that they can deliver the best outcome out of their efforts. And you can see that the last one, that they are controlling their performance, means they have set some sort of yardstick, some sort of procedure or the way of doing that. They can assess if someone is behind, if someone is doing well, and we can reinforce the good performances, and in this way organization achieve the sales target, and they achieve the if it is a college, the pass rate and of the students. So they assess their performance periodically, that they are performing according to their key performance indicators, or you can say that according to their critical success factors they set in front of them. Here we have three organizations, and let assess them. If these all three have the collective goals, social arrangement and control performance, we can say that it is an organization. For example, we have taken a private organization, a public sector organization. For example, Toyota is a private organization, Army is a public sector organization, a university we pick up from the education sector, so services and manufacturing are also covered. And let us assess that this is all organization or not. First of all, Preston University. You see that the collective goals of the people inside the university to successful graduate for the industry, produce the best graduate who can set in the industry and make a mark. This is what their collective goals. Social arrangement, people. So people over here in the university, you see here are the professors who are teaching to the students, here are the management officials who are working and supporting staff. There are also the people, human people and working over there. So it is having collective goals, having people, and lastly control performance. How they control performance? Grading and competition among the students and with the other graduates of the other universities. So this is a key performance indicator. On the next side, it is a services organization, a university. We taken a manufacturing organization like Toyota. Toyota is having collective goals to be the best seller in the world market, and with the best profit producers might be their collective goal. Here everything is assumed to clarify. And inside the Toyota company, you see that engineers and technicians are working inside, and they have set their standard to control their performance. For example, one fault after every 10,000 cars, not more than that. The next organization we have taken, the Army. Army has a collective goals like defense of the country, defeating to the enemy, might be their collective goals. And you see that inside Army there are the Army officers and soldiers. They are also human. It's a collection of humans, and their performance are being controlled by checking out their discipline, movement of company in a time from one place to another, delivering some sort of services during the flood, during the any other calamity. That might be the assessment for their skills. So these are the basic three terms we have expressed in the definition, then we express them separately, and then we go on for the comparison through the organization. Now lastly, why organizations exist? Organizations exist to share the skills and knowledge, because people over there having different knowledge, different skills, they have different expertise, and people working over there has to perform a multiple disciplined work together. So therefore they share their knowledge with each other, they share their skills with each other, and they support to each other to produce the best outcome. So therefore in organization, the first aim of the organization that people should share their knowledge, people learn from each other. If I'm not wrong if I say that making a learning culture, making a learning organization in which skills are shared with each other, everyone is working and supporting with each other and sharing their knowledge, sharing their expertise, so people learn from each other. So this one, and in this way, if someone is repeatedly doing the one job, with a popular book of the Adam Smith, in which he said that in spite of giving different tasks to everyone, why not to give one type and a specific type of that task to a person repeatedly, and so that people share the work, and if you are doing the common job repeatedly, people become expert of that. For example, if you're going in a garment factory, you will see that people who are cutting the cloth, they are just doing it repeatedly. The man who is packing it just going to pack the cloth, and the stitcher is only going to stitch the cloth, and at a time come that their hands are moving like fan, it's quickly moving, so that they work very fastly. In this way we achieve the economical cost factor, and we can minimize the cost and achieve the economies of scale, and repeated work make them more expert in their particular job. And organization is also to pool the resources, because organization is a collection of human intellectuals together, and pool the money, pool the human intellectual. So it's a, you can say it's a power center where all of the skills put together. For example, if we see that our car is a magnitude or combination of many different types of engineering. Likewise, engine is made by the mechanical engineer, electronics is made by the electronics engineer, the shape of the car made by the aerodynamic engineer. It means that Toyota is a collection of all of different types of engineers together, who makes this a car. We called it a miracle what they done by their joint effort. So similarly, you see in the hospital there's cardiologist, doctor of heart, dermatologist, a doctor of the skin, nephrologist, a doctor of blood pressure and kidney, and similarly we can say the pulmonologist, the doctor of the lungs and respiratory system, what we can say, all of together, so that if someone is suffering from a number of different diseases, we go over there, get their help, because all of the skills are together on a one spot. And next you see that organization ensure the synergy. Synergy means when you work individually, you might produce less output, and when you work together you achieve more output. For example, let's say there are two cobblers, one is making two pair of shoes each day, another is also producing two pair of shoes in a day. Once they have decided to work together, one is making the sole and other is making the upper. In the evening, when they collected the how many pair of shoes they prepared 5 pair of shoes. So that is called synergy. When people work together, they produce more output than they work individually. Similarly, companies, if one company is working on a particular area, might producing the output, but if another company is merged with it in a task which is experts in another field, they create a synergy. For example, if we are knowing that number of different mergers and number of different types of the joint ventures, likewise Sony Cybershot camera. In a Sony Cybershot camera, the Leica lenses of America with the Sony electronics work together and make a tremendously successful market success in the successful camera Sony Cybershot, I think. So this is what when the companies work together and merge with each other. And if I share an other event with you, when I was very young, I was going outside for something. My grandmother said that your elder brother must be with you. I asked why. She said 1 and 1 means 11. When you are joined, you are together, you can do better, and you are more safe. So this is another example of synergy. I hope you got it. My video is very helpful for you. Thank you very much for joining. Allah Hafiz.